Today's repertoire topic is about Georg Philipp Telemann, who wrote a number of nice trumpet pieces. His dates are approximately the same as J.S. Bach. He was born in 1681 and died in 1767. His major works for trumpet include a concerto in D for trumpet, two oboes, and continuo, a concerto in D for trumpet, two oboes, strings, and continuo, a sonata in D for trumpet, strings, and continuo, and then the most famous concerto in four movements in D major for trumpet, strings, and continuo. He also wrote over 500 Tafelmusik suites, or French overtures, and many of them included the trumpet. We have not found all 500 of those, but of the 100 or so that we have found, the trumpet was included in a good portion, I think about 25 of them. So we can probably conclude that he maybe used trumpet in 100 Tafelmusik suites. His most famous concerto is what I'll talk about first. It's the concerto in D major, has four movements. The four movements are Adagio, Allegro, Grave, which is tacit for trumpet, and then Allegro. And we're not certain that he actually composed the work because on the title page it says Concerto di Malante, Concerto by Malante. And the name Malante is a name he used quite often in his works. It's an anagram on the name Telemann, M-E-L-A-N-T-E. And we're not sure why some works are signed Malante and some are signed Telemann, but the theory is, and I tend to agree with it, is that often composers in those days had a student composer, and the student served as a copyist for copying parts. And through that and private lessons, they learned how to write in the style of the master. And when they became pretty proficient, they would maybe try to compose their own work. So it's possible that this concerto was written by a student, and if the master liked the work, they would sign their name on it. So we now know that Handel wrote many, many works, of which a lot of them are now proven to have been written by his students. But with Telemann, perhaps he was signing Malante to a student work, so it was sort of his name. Anyways, this one is signed Malante. The edition that I published has a solo part in D, also written out for piccolo in A. The last two pages, I've included the original manuscript of the trumpet part. And you'll see that there are some little black dots that appear all over the place. And that's all that is a bleed through from the original manuscript, because he would use a quill with ink and put it on parchment paper, and sometimes it would soak through the paper and have a little dot on the other side. The other work I like to discuss is the sonata for trumpet and strings. It's 3 movements long. Beautiful work. Maurice Andre has probably made this work very famous. But you'll recognize the melody, ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. So it's very nice first movement. The second movement is tacit, and the third movement goes very quickly, which Andre takes at lightning speed. And it's a very, very nice work. It lies well on the piccolo. It's not terribly high. It's very flashy and not terribly tiring. So hope you take a look at these works by Telemann. Thank you.